We're a little over a month into the NBA season here on ESPN. The Knicks come in with one of the better defenses around. They play solid defense, and that makes teams earn their baskets. They will be squaring off versus the T-Wolves, who come in with a pretty respectable offense. They have more than enough talent to give any team a battle. So, without delay, let's head over to New York, where Bob and Rod are ready to call the action in today's game. Welcome, everybody. We're here at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in New York. I'm Bob Steele, and I'm here with my partner, Rod West. Let's take a quick look at the starters. Any thoughts, Rod?
TERRELL Brandon has a nice little inside shot. I'm going to be watching him to see if he's able to take advantage of it out there on the floor.
We'll see how things pan out, Rod. Let's get ready for the player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention courtside for the player introductions for the Minnesota Timberwolves. At center, Radoslav Nesterovic. At forward, Anthony Peeler. At guard, Wally Zerbiak. Also at guard, TERRELL Brandon. Also at forward, Kevin Garnett. And now it's time to be the starting lineup for your New York Knicks. At the center position, from Utah, 6'11", number 51, Michael Zoliak. At forward, from Alabama, 6'5", number 8, SPREWELL. At the guard position, from Tennessee, 6'6", number 20, ALLAN. Also at guard, from Illinois, 6'3", number 30, LATRELL. At the other forward position, from Alabama, 6'9", number 34, Antonio.
The Timberwolves
Take the tip-off to start the game. Brandon with the ball.
Ball! Flare! Tipper, 88 tip.
Passes.
Stay in.
7 seconds to shoot. Zerbiak goes with the fadeaway. Drains the first bucket of the game.
Wally Zerbiak didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod. Big Dice throws it in. The Knicks have the ball in a small deficit. 2-0. Bounce pass. Shoots from 13 feet out. Puts too much on it. Yanks it down inside.
SPREWELL was playing the percentages there. He generally makes that shot, but not that possession.
Zerbiak dishes it off. Gets airborne. Gets fouled. He'll shoot a pair.
Tell you what, can't argue with that. Obvious foul.
He gets the first of two. He gets them both. Just over 4 minutes here in the first quarter.
14. Help down low.
Passes it.
Blitz. Hit.
7 on the shot clock. Shoots with the clock winding down. Bounces it off the short side and in.
Pretty good from there, Bobby. Great release. The Timberwolves
have the ball in a small lead. 4-2. Bounce pass.
The Knicks
touched it last right before it went out of bounds.
Peeler inbounds the ball. Puts it up off the inbound. Can't take the well-defended shot.
Zerbiak had the straitjacket clamped on him out there. Nice defensive stop.
Received by Houston. Launches from beyond the arc. Gets the front rim.
Houston had everything going his way, but that wide open three wouldn't fall for him.
Watch the pick. 82 safe side. Brandon passes the ball. Fades away inside. Gets nothing but net.
Anthony Peeler gets the bucket, but he's the beneficiary of one heck of an assist right here.
That's what a good teammate does. He gets you the ball right in the spot where you're most comfortable.
And after that, it's up to you to knock it down, and that's what he does right here.
Just under 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
Pick coming.
Passes.
Watch the box.
Passes it. McDyess takes the turnaround J. Can't answer back.
McDyess must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Inside. Peeler goes up. Gets the lay-in. McDyess with the inbound.
The Knicks
have it. They're shooting 25% from the floor.
82 stateside. Yo, power stat.
Houston launches from beyond the arc. Gets the kind bounce off the back rim.
Perfect from the perimeter. He's so good at those. Truly a joy to watch.
Just over 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
Help down low.
Brandon makes the pass. Seven seconds to shoot. Peeler with the rock. Peeler launches from beyond the arc. The defensive rebound by SPREWELL.
Nice block there. Terrific defensive stop.
Passes. SPREWELL rises up. Botches the lay-in.
SPREWELL has an amazing crossover, but if you can't score after making that move, then it doesn't matter.
Passes it. Zerbiak skies. Botches the lay-in. Nice rebound by the 8-year man out of Alabama.
The Knicks
have the ball. They're shooting 50% from the arc. Into the low post. Releases from close range. Gets right iron, no good.
Houston has to score in that situation. When you're that much better than the defender that's guarding you, you have to take advantage.
Fought for it and got it. Nesterovic capitalizes on the second chance opportunity.
Tough leaner right there. He was in close, but that still wasn't an easy one.
Never is when you have to change your shot. Still dropped it in, though. SPREWELL throws it in. 50 seconds here in the first quarter. Williams passes. Passes. 7 on the shot clock. SPREWELL launches from beyond the arc. Gets back iron and out.
Don't take it if you don't have
Passes it.
I got it. Spread it. Spread it. Get the good spacing. Spread it.
Pump fakes. Pump fakes. It's stolen. Pass caught by Brandon.
Didn't fool him with that pump fake. Nice concentration.
Passes. Goes to the hook. Doesn't get it all the way there. There's the horn, and at the end of one, it's 10-5.
The Knicks
Trail single digits after one, Rod. Any significant stats that leap out at you?
Field goal percentage, Bob. When you're shooting that much worse than your opponent, you have to be relieved you're just down a little bit instead of being blown out. Now let's see if they can play some D and get it any closer.
McDyess inbounds the ball.
Hard, hard.
Williams passes it.
Get him. Circle one. Get up.
Passes it. 7 seconds to shoot. Shoots. Misfired. Hauls it down. Kicks it outside.
Way to clean the offensive glass right there, Bob.
Passes.
Set it up.
Uses the crossover. Sprewell is called for charging.
That's his first foul of the game.
Pick him up.
Passes it. Passes. Goes with the fadeaway. Doesn't get it all the way there.
The defense keeps him at bay, but he's a dynamite shooter from mid-range, Bob. I wonder how long they can hold him off.
Williams
Dishes it off.
ISO.
Launches from beyond the arc.
Houston from the arc. That's 2 from downtown.
Great look and a great bucket right here. Let's check that out again, Bobby.
Oh, that was a nice feed, Rod.
And no doubt about that, but it's only an assist if the guy makes the basket, and he does right here.
Garnett
With the inbound. Just under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Passes it.
Kevin Garnett
Gets up. Gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for one more.
I like how he knew he was going to draw the foul, so he angles his body just enough to get the shot off.
He completes the three-point play.
The Knicks are at the controls. They're 2 out of their last 4 from the arc.
13 double. Going inside.
Pass low post. Puts it up inside. Bounces off the left rim and out.
That's a nice job fighting on the offensive boards.
Low post shot was blown by Sprewell.
Can't have that kind of contact going up for the shot. That will get the foul every single time.
Goliath will leave the floor. Garnett
Throws it in.
Brandon
Passes the ball.
The Timberwolves,
can extend their lead this trip down. They'd love to do that.
Incredible play. Rod, break it down in the replay.
Garnett isn't going to flinch away from any contact.
Rod, a lot of players around the league are afraid of being tagged with that soft label. But he keeps making plays like that, he won't ever have to worry about anyone saying that.
He completes the three-point play.
Just over 3 minutes here in the second quarter. McDyess is looking for the ball. Low. Pass right side.
7 on the shot clock.
Puts it up. Gets right iron, no good.
He had a good look, but the D stayed as tight as a new pair of shoes on a rainy day. This is going to be a real close matchup.
The steal.
Sprewell
Works it up court. He's 0 out of his last 5 from the floor.
Stand.
Passes.
1-2 triangle.
Pin down.
Pops it up from 19 feet. Picks up his 5th point of the quarter. He's got 10 total.
A simple but effective pump fake gets him enough room to bury the J. That's a clever move.
I figured you'd like this play, Rod. He just nails the shot after shaking his man loose with a nice pump fake.
You figured me right, Bob. Call me old-fashioned, but a simple, effective move to get to the bucket? Who can't love that?
Garnett
Inbounds the ball.
The Timberwolves,
Have the rock. They're 3 out of their last 6 from the floor.
Garnett
Makes the pass. There's the steal. There's the steal.
Garnett
Scores his 8th point of the period. He's got 10 total.
the Knicks,
Head into the front court. They're shooting 50% from the arc.
Watch down low. Watch the clear out.
Passes it.
Yo, power stack.
Goes with the crossover. Puts it up.
ALLAN, Houston.
this is a textbook crossover, Bob. Check it out.
Boy, straight past his man, and he lays it in for 2. Pretty move.
Pick him up.
Just under 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Passes. In the paint. They're inside. Shoots from the paint. Pulls it in by Sprewell.
Peeler needs to improve his inside game. He's too much of a liability on shots like that.
Floppy out.
Passes it.
Yo, power stack.
Uses the crossover.
Watch out.
Puts up the shot.
ALLAN, Houston.
This is a textbook crossover, Bob. Check it out.
Boy, straight past his man, and he lays it in for 2. Pretty move.
Garnett with the inbound.
The Timberwolves
Could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down.
3-4 counter. Stay tight inside.
Right wing pass.
Watch down low. 3 under 5. Box out.
7 seconds to shoot. Went in for the layup, but it's off the mark by Peeler. 52 seconds here in the second quarter. Williams passes.
Watch the screen.
Pass to the paint. Sprewell takes off. Botches the layup. Hits up and in by Sprewell.
great second chance opportunity.
Couldn't agree more with you, Rod. Don't take any extra risks if you can help it.
The Timberwolves
Have it. They're shooting 50% from the floor. The run cannot be stopped by Serbiak.
The Knicks
Are looking for their first lead of the game. Bounce pass. Passes. 7 on the shot clock. Loose ball! Saves this one from half court. Doesn't get the tough shot. Passes it. Launches from beyond the arc. Can't get the buzzer beater. We've reached halftime with the score 18-18. It's time to relax, fans, while Clark gives us a recap of all the action in the first half.
Welcome to the ESPN Halftime Update. Now let's take a look at how the numbers break down from the first half. The Knicks have been hitting the three ball with ease out there in the first half. Their outside shot is keeping them in this game, so I expect to see more of the same in the second half. Allan Houston, in the first half, has a total of 14 points. That makes him our Sega Sports hot at the half player. That will do it for now. Make sure to tune in to the ESPN postgame show at the conclusion of the game. We'll send you back to Bob and Rod.
Substitution for the Knicks.
Sprewell throws it in. Williams passes it. Gets cut off by Peeler. Stolen. He's running, but there's two back.
That's a great job to close after the crossover and get a hand on the orange. Quick hands right there, Bob.
Passes. Seven seconds to shoot. Swished through by Serbiak.
Now that's a guy that can light it up from out there. You have got to watch out for him. The Knicks,
With the score of this trip down, can tie it up.
Or deep blue.
Frank Williams jumps up. Gets the lay-in.
Pick him up.
the Timberwolves,
Bring it up. There's 0 out of their last 2 from the arc. Caught by Serbiak.
Pick coming. Receive.
Serbiak dishes it off. 7 on the shot clock.
Quick.
Brandon launches from beyond the arc. Off the mark.
TERRELL Brandon is a good shooter from long distance, but the defender met the challenge on that one. The Knicks
Are looking for their first lead of the game. Williams has it.
ISO.
7 seconds to shoot.
5 on 2.
Stolen.
the Timberwolves,
Have the ball. They haven't hit a shot from the arc. Peeler is hacked and will go to the line for a couple.
easy call right there. He was mugged.
He gives them the lead. Garnett will head to the bench.
Substitution for the Timberwolves.
Garnett looks fresh coming back on the floor. McDice inbounds the ball.
Pick him up.
The Knicks
Are at the controls. They're shooting 42% from the floor. Passes it.
Inside.
They work it in. 7 on the shot clock. Grabbed by Doliak. Doliak fires. Ties it up.
Goliath didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just lines up for the J and drops it in, Rod.
The Timberwolves
work it up court. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor. Brandon passes the ball. Zerbiak high rises. Doesn't get the finger roll. Why can't he drop those in from outside, Rod?
Well, it's hard to say, Bob. The shot is just not falling for him. It happens. He's usually pretty consistent from out there.
Now in the paint. Takes the turnaround J. Gets the flat iron, but it goes in.
You've got to put your absolute best player against him if you want to prevent him from scoring in there. As it stands, that's a tough matchup. The Timberwolves
have a big opportunity and can tie it up here. Passes. Inside pass. 7 seconds to shoot. McDice swatted that one away, and it's his first block of the game.
The Knicks
would love to extend their lead this trip down. Ward leaps up. Gets right iron, no good.
The Timberwolves
have the rock. They're 0 out of their last 3 from the arc. Nabbed by Zerbiak. Pulls the trigger from the high post. Can't tie it up. Goliath makes the pass.
The Knicks
head into the front court. They're shooting 40% from the arc. They push it inside. Inside. Goliath fades away inside. Maybe next time. Passes it. Passes. Garnett pulls the trigger from 18. Doesn't get it all the way there.
Now a little bam-bam beneath the boards is expected, but you've got to be set to do it. That's a nice whistle.
The J was off the mark by Smith. He can't get the first. Mustarovich will come off the floor.
Substitution for the Timberwolves.
Yanks it down inside. Gets busy. Gets the lay-in. Jackson with the inbound. 54 seconds here in the third quarter. Zerbiak passes. Nicked off! It's one-on-one.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to. That was a left pass. If you want to get the outside pass beyond your defenders, you've got to put more zip on the ball. They did everything right to make the delivery, Bob. The Timberwolves
have it. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the floor. Garnett scores his 12th point with a bucket there.
Nice shot, and Bob, that's a tough shot, too. He's going up against one of the better defenders in this league. The Knicks
have it, and they're on an 8-2 run. Passes it. Uses a crossover. He gets the first of 2. He gets them both. Jackson throws it in.
The Timberwolves
bring it up. They're 0 out of their last 3 from the arc. Low releases from the stripe. Gets right iron, no good.
Jackson must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
The J was missed by SPREWELL. SPREWELL gets the second chance bucket. We've just finished the third quarter. The score, 32-24.
The Knicks
still cling to a small lead going into the fourth. What's been the key stats so far, Rod?
3-point shooting, Bob. They're really outdueling their opponents from the arc. Skilled perimeter shooting will always help a team win, and hey, they do have the lead.
Elevate. McKnight is going to be hit with a blocking call. That's his 3rd foul so far. He can't get the first. He sinks the second. McKnight inbounds the ball. Ward passes it. Houston has an opportunity to get his third three of the night. This trip down. Garnett comes away with his third pickpocket tonight. Garnett has the rock. He's shooting 50% from the floor. Garnett was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Houston stepped on the line, and they'll give the ball up.
He just lost concentration, didn't keep track of his feet, and then lost it out of bounds. He's got to keep his mind in the game, Bob.
The Timberwolves
Have the ball. They haven't hit a shot from the arc. Received by Jackson.
Keep coming. 1 feet back. I got him.
7 on the shot clock. Passes. Smith from inside. Can't sink the well-defended shot. The Knicks are at the controls. They're shooting 48% from the floor. Ward dishes it off. Shoots. Kisses it off the glass.
Thomas starts off with the drop step here, but he quickly makes a decision to pull up the jumper.
Being decisive here is the key, right, Rod?
Time is money. Once you make your move, you have a split second to make the right decision, and in this case, it was the J.
Smith with the inbound.
The Timberwolves
Work it up court. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor. Passes it. Smith now has it. 7 seconds to shoot. Hudson fades away inside. Puts too much on it.
nice body control to get the shot off with the foul.
He can't complete the three-point play. Pass caught by Ward.
Come down. Double.
McDyess wants it down low. McDyess takes the turnaround J. Gets the front rim.
Good rebound on the inside.
SPREWELL gets the second chance bucket.
They've been hitting the offensive glass hard the entire game, and that has put them on top.
Hudson passes the ball. Garnett takes the shot from the elbow. Forget about it.
Kevin Garnett misses it, but you had a pretty even matchup out there. That could have gone either way.
Passes. On the shot clock.
SPREWELL has been doing it all game long, and that gives them a double-double on the evening. That's a nice performance.
Nesterovic comes back in after sitting on the bench for a while. Thomas will head to the bench.
Substitution for the Knicks.
Smith throws it in.
The Timberwolves
head into the front court. They're shooting 34% from the floor. Bounce inside. Nesterovic from the left block. Can't stop the run.
That's how you fight for the offensive rebound.
Defensive rebound by McDyess.
That shot didn't come off quite as planned, and the D was able to thwart it without much effort.
Goliath wants the ball. It's stolen.
You can't expect to retain possession if you're willing to let go a bad pass like that, Bob. You really have to thread the needle when going inside.
7 seconds to shoot. Goes up. Can't get the bucket, but he gets the foul and will go to the line for 2.
He could put these in, but they're going to need more than just a trip to the charity stripe to make a game out of this.
He gets the first of 2. He gets them both. McDyess inbounds the ball. The Knicks have it. They're 4 out of their last 6 from the floor. Inside. Houston gets aggressive. Money! He's got 18 tonight.
Timeout Timberwolves.
Zerbiak makes the pass. Garnett goes with a fadeaway.
Great job, D.
Gets right iron, no good.
Bob the D did a really nice job making sure that that shot went nowhere. So good at that.
Houston with the ball. Passes it. Williams threw this one out of bounds and turns it over. Smith with the inbound. 49 seconds here in the game. Passes. Passes it. 7 on the shot clock. Garnett lets it go from 7 feet out. Doesn't get the tough shot.
Garnett just can't get it going, and once you get cold, it's hard to get that hot hand back.
Williams passes. Seven seconds to shoot. Into the low post. Pulls the trigger from the high post. Gets back iron and out.
The Timberwolves
Bring it up. They haven't hit a shot from the arc. Brandon launches from beyond the arc. Not there. That's the end of the ball game. Your final score, 40-29. And it's time for us to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune into SportsCenter to catch the latest news, scores, and highlights. Check your local listings for the correct time and channel. That's on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Welcome to the ESPN postgame show. I'm Clark Dishman. The Knicks come away with an 11-point victory over the T-Wolves. They now move to 4-8 on the year. The Knicks proved to be just too much tonight. They shot a much higher percentage, and that ended up being the key statistic. LATRELL SPREWELL ended up with a total of 10 points and 13 rebounds. He's our ESPN Player of the Game. Terrific performance. And that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you next game.